An apocalyptic scene. Africa's most active volcano, Mount Nyiragongo, has woken up. The mountain spewed lava on Saturday night, sending thousands fleeing the city of Goma in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. The flow stopped on the city's outskirts, but it hasn't ended. On Thursday, warnings of a new eruption sparked a mass exodus from the city. Some have little left to lose. The UN estimates that the first eruption left 5,000 homeless.
The volcano has destroyed everything here, as you can see. There was a pharmacy here, there was a snack bar, everything went up in smoke. There's nothing else we can do.
5 days after the eruption, the death toll stood at around 30 people. Strong aftershocks have shaken the region day and night, sowing further panic. Monday alone saw 119 such quakes. Large cracks appeared in the ground in the city centre. Shop owner Joel Semanza was one of many who escaped from Goma by boat, travelling 70 kilometres across Lake Kivu to seek refuge in Bukavu.
The population of Goma is traumatized by the earthquakes caused by the Nyiragongo volcano, so people are starting to flee.
Others fled on foot early on, heading east to the border with Rwanda. The main concern is that the lava flows under Lake Kivu, where the interaction between the magma and the water will emit toxic gases. Thousands could die from suffocation, both on the Congolese and Rwandan sides. The previous major eruption of Nyiragongo was in 2002, when more than 100 people died. Mali suffered what appears to be a second coup in 9 months this week. Vice President Colonel Assimi Goïta, who toppled the government last year, on Wednesday stripped Transitional President Ba Ndao and Prime Minister Mokhtar Ouane of their powers. Soldiers detained the pair, accusing them of attempting to sabotage Mali's transition process after the August 2020 coup. Colonel Goïta said that Ndao and Ouane failed to consult him on a government reshuffle that removed his allies from key posts. The two men were held at the Kati military camp outside the capital Bamako, where they were forced to resign and eventually freed on Wednesday night. With Mali once more mired in uncertainty, many citizens are growing weary.
We are fed up with these constant arrests by the military. They attack people, either to kill them or to arrest them, and we never know why.
This new military takeover drew strong condemnation from the international community. West African mediators rushed to the country for talks, and French President Emmanuel Macron has warned that the EU may pass sanctions if necessary. Meanwhile, Colonel Goïta committed to upholding the transition process, which should lead to elections and a return to civilian rule in 2022. More than 150 people are feared drowned after a boat sank in Nigeria on Wednesday. The boat was ferrying passengers down the Niger River to a market in northwest Kebbi state. Rescuers have pulled out 20 survivors, but most of the 180 passengers disappeared beneath the water. Boat tragedies are common in Nigeria because of overcrowding and poor maintenance. But Wednesday's toll is among the deadliest recent incidents. President Emmanuel Macron on Thursday recognised France's responsibility in the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. As the two nations work on restoring their relations, the French leader is on a historic visit to Rwanda. In a speech at the Kigali Genocide Memorial, he tried to turn the page on 3 decades of diplomatic tensions.
Mais la France a un rôle.
France has a role, a history, and a political responsibility in Rwanda. And it has a duty to look history in the face and to recognize the suffering it has inflicted on the Rwandan people by allowing silence to prevail over the examination of the truth for too long.
Le silence sur l'examen de la vérité.
Some 800,000 mostly Tutsis were slaughtered in the genocide in 1994. The visit follows the recent publication of 2 reports, one commissioned by each country, into France's role in the events. The French report found that the government had been blind to preparations for the genocide in its support of Hutu President Juvenal Habyarimana. Although stopping short of a formal apology, Macron has gone further than his predecessors in his attempts at reconciliation. Rwandan President Paul Kagame hailed his statement as more valuable than an apology.
At the Kigali
Sudan's Dinder National Park is a haven for wildlife. Vast grasslands, lakes, and woods are spread over more than 10,000 square kilometers, making it an important flyaway for migratory birds. But the massive reserve is under threat. The population has exploded, putting the pressure for new croplands on this area tucked away by the Ethiopian border, 400 kilometers from capital Khartoum. Cattle herders pass into the park for pasture, their traditional grazing lands plowed up. They say regulations are far too strict.
We are from the village of Maikarato, and they give us 5 square kilometers for traditional agriculture. But it is too small for us. We need more.
When the park was first protected in 1935, there were few people in the surrounding areas. This has now changed. Park officials warn that further intrusion threatens Dinder's biodiversity. Giraffes have already disappeared. Their solution would be to move the villages to areas that fit their needs.
In recent years, the Dinder Park has been exploited through aggressive cultivation, logging, and hunting. These are all threats to the reserve, which is considered the largest reserve in northern Sudan, and has also become the last refuge for wild animals in northern Sudan.
But driven by hunger, some villagers defy all the bans. Sometimes they even set fires to drive out bees and harvest wild honey. Rangers can give out heavy fines to rule breakers, who also face up to 6 months in prison. For now, that has worked. But as humans continue to encroach on the land, it's unclear how much longer buffaloes, gazelles, lions, and hyenas will roam the Dinder National Park.